You saw us test the stator. Now it's time to get on to making the coils. This particular one is the largest one. It uses a 24-25 AWG wire, about 20 thousandths in diameter, and it has 220 windings. We needed a way to successfully create the new coils to put back into the stator. Okay, so on a KitchenAid mixer, on the very front, they have an attachment. You can put an attachment inside of here. So I was thinking about a way to do the winding, and I needed something that I could control how fast it was turning. I really didn't have I had other alternatives, but I thought about this guy. And inside of here it has a square drive. The square drive isn't quite 1/2 inch, it's more like 460. So I had this shaft, or this piece of all rod. And this is Acme thread. It was part of a CNC experiment years ago. And I had this plate from the bottom of a tamale making pot. And I used some hot snot. Followed the flats on the end of the screw so it would go inside. I put a lot of hot snot on there. And I was able to jam this in. Just like that. So now I've got something that I can rotate and a little bit of extension out in front. So one of the things that I did have was a small rotary counter. The middle number counts a full turn. The second number, or the third number, counts a third of a turn or a tenth of a turn, so on and so forth. We're going to double up, so we need 110 turns. This is a really simplified way of keeping count. This came with this arm attached to it, an 1/8 inch hole on the arm. I just took a small block of aluminum, drilled an 1/8 inch hole, then drilled and tapped it so we could hold it in place. And then on the other end, a 1/4 inch hole, same drill and tap on the other end. And this attaches to the end of this screw assembly. Now, if we turn it on, you can see we've got a fairly decent rotational speed, not too fast on stir, and we're able to make a count. So one of the things we did worry about is whether or not this will pull it as it's working. And because of the snot and the hot glue, it's pretty stuck in there. I have to pull pretty hard to pull this out. We're running it really slow, although the machine has a lot of run out, and it is capable of going all out. There's no way I'm gonna try to wind like that. I don't recommend doing anything like that. But at the slow speed, that's pretty good. It's 1, 2, 3. So the next thing we needed to do is have a way to hold the coils on and then remove them to take them off. You saw our clamps that we were using to wrap around to get a test piece. Now what I've come up with is using a dental plaster with a 1/4-20 screw embedded in it. And with this piece, I can mount these on the plate with a washer and a nut on the back. And if this was a slot, I could reposition this and have another one on the other side and wind between those two pieces. So with that in mind, and still needing a better way to offset that out, of course we'll turn this plate around. What we're going to do is we're going to recast those in the shape of a cup. So we'll end up with basically a cup and another cup on the other side. And as that comes around, we'll be able to wind our coils around these cups. Okay, we need roughly 70 milliliters of water. 73 milliliters of water. Okay. 200 grams of the powder will go into the water. We have our 2 cups that we're going to pour, that one and this one, with our end brackets to go in to hold our bolts out just a little bit. These are tapered because the inner winding is smaller in diameter. This gives us a little bit of an advantage when we're preparing it for the actual pieces. That one is complete. We've let these sit for a little bit. This one right here was a third one we just cast with the extra stuff. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and take a look and see what it looks like inside. I should be able to just peel this off of here. Oh yeah. This raw shape. So let's see how this one looks on the machine really quick. Okay, so we've got the rough castings mounted on. Looks like we won't be able to go right up against the edge here, so we'll probably put the first groove here at about 1 inch, and then the next one over just a little bit further, so the step down basically. And I'm gonna hold this wire and turn it on and run it till it gets close to being out or out, one of the two. So this is about how this is gonna work. So that's essentially one, that would be like one winding, and it's on there pretty tight. Oh, there we go. And then you would put another wire around this to keep your bundle together. Get it completely off. There we go. And this piece will go inside. So I've marked some wire pieces. It would go here, and then the other side would go there, and we'll get to a better point with the right wire when we do that.